Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her? We are San Diego's longest running LGBTQ pop culture podcast. I am your host, Tony. I'm here with my other host.
I'm Daddy Bear Eric.
And
Brynne, I'm here too.
yeah, all of us are here this week. It's just
Yeah.
us. Eric
Nice.
was off well, we didn't have a show last week.
Yeah.
Scheduling and work because I got busy. I'm sorry, y'all. I got busy. And then we're actually recording on a Monday night because I got strep throat this weekend. It sucks.
Hi.
Yeah.
Doing dirty things with their throat.
Says who?
I'm assuming.
No. Why do people assume that?
Because that's how you get it.
Is that how
No,
you get
it's
strep
not.
I think it's one of the ways, actually.
To get strep throat?
I think
is
it
sucking
is.
dirty dick?
I think so.
No.
Here we go.
Welcome back to the show. No, it's not.
If you're a
Because
doctor-
then wouldn't it be considered an STI? If people are sucking dick and they're getting strep throat?
I mean, the only way that I could see this is that if a dirty dick were to have introduced some sort of bacteria
Yeah.
or something.
I was told that people that did get STIs would say, "Oh no, I'm taking antibiotics because I have strep throat," because they didn't want to say they had they had dirty diseases. No, am I wrong with that?
I've never heard that.
Somebody, you know who you are that told me. You listen to the show. Yeah. Eric's
No,
like,
I
don't
know.
what to say.
I was trying to think of who it was. I was like, ooh.
Firefighter Steven. He's
Okay.
like,
That
is
sounds
that
like
what you're
something.
calling it? You have strep throat? I'm like,
Oh,
no.
I mean, because what, are you on penicillin?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it's going to kill everything else, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Speaking of probiotics,
Speaking of probiotics.
Just trying to take care of my health here.
Jesus Christ.
guys.
No, I had strep throat. Which was really interesting. I was telling Brynne about this before. So I went in on, I forget when I went. And they did a test, and she's like, "Yep, you got strep." And I was like, "I just had it though." And she's like, "Did you get COVID really bad?" And I said, "Yeah, last August, I got it real bad. It was like a horrible flu for me. I wasn't in the hospital or anything like that." And she said that they've noticed people who have had COVID really bad are having respiratory issues. And I was just like, I got strep throat. And then I got that awful, me and my sister got that awful cough that lasted like 2 months. And
Yeah.
it was just phlegm nonstop. And you had the same thing.
I did, and it would not go away.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
now I got strep again.
they're also saying that people who had COVID bad are having allergies really bad right now,
Yeah,
too.
my allergies have been insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone I know is sick right now.
This is a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you dying of this
I
week?
All the COVID leftovers we're just barely learning about.
I know.
It's great.
It is
Jesus.
every time, like, and so
Everything.
I was having like sort of a freak out moment because I have been like having a hard time putting my words together, and I had COVID. I don't know what, like 2 years ago.
That's
or
just
something?
the alcohol, Brynne.
Yes. Well, at first I was like, is something going on? Like, do I need to go to a neurologist? Like, it feels like there's like a little block.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to this podcast, and the guy was stumbling over his words, and he's like, "Damn you, long haul COVID." And I was like, "Is
Yeah.
that what it is?"
It is.
I stumble over my words.
Tony, did you have COVID as a child?
I did.
Patient zero.
Yeah, patient zero right here. Oh my God. But no, it sucked this weekend. I didn't do shit on Saturday. I got super high, did some claymation bullshit because I was
showed me.
bored.
I think
was
that's
so bored.
constructive.
Oh, and so there is this graphic novel that I started reading that I love. I've been wanting to read it for years. It's been out for such a long time. But I heard that they're turning it into a live action film coming 2024. So I finally bought it online. Hold on, let me grab it. And it's so freaking good. I'm obsessed with this book.
What is it?
It's called The Electric State. I can't.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic kind of Ready Player One meets like End of the World type of thing. Can you say that name? I'm gonna butcher
Simon Stalenhag?
Stalenhag.
That sounds
is-
right.
Stalenhag?
Yeah. So I don't remember when this book came out. Where would it say?
Nordic people are not allowed to get upset if you say their names wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a rule.
They're just not.
I think it came out in the 80s originally, but this whole book takes place in the 1997.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, but I love it. If you guys go check it out, the artwork is
Electric State. It looks real. That's
fantastic.
wild.
Yeah.
And the story is really cool. It's like about a young girl trying to make her way through this post-apocalyptic where machines like ended the world kind of type of thing. It's the artwork's amazing. So far the story's so good.
Can I
would
tell
recommend
you
it.
Something
Yeah.
controversial.
What?
I'm over the apocalypse.
Why? It hasn't started yet. Or
I'm
are we done
over
with
it. I don't exactly. Let's start living pre-apocalypse. That's what I'm going
You
to
know
tell you
what?
guys.
That's
I'm
true.
going to say I'm reading this pre-apocalyptic book. It's so good right now.
What is it
Everything's just normal.
Everything just nothing's doom and gloom.
People are it's still doom and gloom, like existential crisis and
Yeah.
like climate change and stuff, but we're still very much pre-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
And let's focus on now for a while.
You know what? That's actually true. You know why? Look at what was one of the biggest shows this year so far. The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
And it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I
Everything.
mean?
Everything is the
Everything.
apocalypse, and I get it that that might be like a safe space for us right now.
Like don't enjoy the happiness
Well,
that's happening because it's
Yeah.
all gonna
Yeah,
end.
it's a way of actually like letting go of the emotion that we actually had during
Yeah.
COVID. So you
Exactly.
can experience to let go of it. So yeah, I want to go back to movies where they're like, I don't know.
I want a rom-com.
Yeah.
A rom-com. You know what rom-com I finally watched after so long?
What?
Bros.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not see
Did
it.
you ever see it,
I
Eric?
did, yeah.
What did you think?
It was okay.
He gets on my nerves, Billy
I
Eichner.
Yeah.
I was like,
really
calm
like that,
down. You're a little
Yeah.
neurotic. But then I watched
little.
Then I watched it with my friend Malvin, and he was like, "Oh, you're like him." Ooh, I almost
Ooh.
backslapped
Gas
that
to the
little
pearls.
kid all the way back to Mexico.
That adult
Yeah.
man.
That adult man.
I can't believe he said that to you.
Yeah. I was like, what? You little brat.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like we are. I don't know. I want us to create a space where gay and queer movies can just be normal, and the central conflict doesn't have to be that you're gay. The central
Yeah.
conflict, it's just ancillary to the story, and I want them to
Yeah.
be able to just be okay and still make money and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
remember, what was the Kristen Stewart one, The Happiest Season or
Oh,
something?
God, I hated that film.
But I watched the hell out of it.
Why?
To support
The lesbians?
the lesbians and the bis.
Why? Because it's lesbian what week?
It's Lesbian Visibility Week.
Yep.
So I might be going home and watching.
Carol.
Is
I'm
it really
watching Carol.
lesbian visibility week?
Yeah.
It is. It's
Oh.
Lesbian Visibility
I
Week.
did not know that.
I would watch, I don't know, I'd probably watch like Girls on the Side. Well, because so many of
Girls, I love that with Drew
I know, with Drew
Barrymore,
Barrymore.
Whoopi Goldberg,
Yeah, I
Mary Louise Parker.
I
yep.
have seen that movie.
that's a good movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I would watch like a real lesbian movie.
Like what? The
It's
color, the blue is the color.
Blue is
of
the
what?
warmest color is,
Warmest color. That is
Yeah.
a great film, by
It
the
is a
way. If you
great
haven't watched
film.
that, you need to go watch it.
but it doesn't actually have lesbian women in it.
No.
So it's hard. It's hard to find a list. Like
you know which
the-
one I was
yeah.
obsessed with when it came out?
Ooh.
Bound.
Oh my God, Bound
with
is so
Gina
good.
Gershon and Jennifer Tilly.
Yes.
Such a good film, but it's so like just hot and sexy.
Yeah.
I
It's so
liked
good. I love that film.
Angelina Jolie and Gia.
In Gia. And she
Gia's
is
another great
Angelina
film.
Jolie is bi.
Yeah.
And Gia was also
She's
yeah.
bi, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All
What's
right.
your favorite lesbian film?
Whew,
Liv?
that's tough. I
What
Well,
is
like,
it that funny?
so like okay, there is this. I can't even. This is gonna go down some weird rabbit hole for me.
It wouldn't be the first time, trust me. It wouldn't be the first
Do you
time.
remember it was called like Angels?
In America?
In the
Angels in
outfield?
America. It was Angels in the Outfield. And if you don't know, it was actually based on the first lesbian baseball
Yeah.
association. No, it was like Angel at My Table or something, and it was about this New Zealand woman, and she was gay, and she had mental health issues, and her family.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Okay, guys, we Sorry for the technical difficulties. I just realized we weren't recording video. So that's why you're watching a lovely picture of us for the first 50 minutes of the show.
What if we
Oopsie.
just did the rest of the show stick still? And then people were thinking like, oh, this is like an art pop thing they're doing. Where they're
We're not
doing
that
those.
creative. We're not that creative. Okay, we were talking about lesbians. It's Lesbian Visibility Week. Oh. Oh, that was
Whoa.
it. Oh, that was it.
That really came from deep down.
Yeah. Since we're talking about Lesbian Visibility Week, there is something I did want to bring up. Let's see if I can do this. It is. Oh, where is the?
Is there a lesbian Eminem?
No. So, as you know, in America, we don't have a lot of lesbian bars left anymore.
Nope.
No.
But there is one here. I'm gonna play this. So, lesbian bar in Florida, called the Ladies' Room, is the last, I guess, lesbian bar on the East Coast or in Florida or something like that.
Oh.
So the woman who owns it is going to be shutting down the bar.
No.
So the what are they called?
Patrons.
Patrons decided to do a GoFundMe to save the bar.
Yeah.
And so Gossip Girl, our local ladies bar here, reposted it, and I saw it on there. So I was gonna share. Hold on, let me put it to the other screen.
Gonna
so
meet you
guys.
at the ladies' room. Be
Okay.
there real soon.
Here she is.
Yeah.
Let's see if we could hear it.
Employees are afraid
I mean-
of somebody coming in and shooting up the bar. Today was the third day in a row I had Jesus saved papers all over my doors. Little cards from somewhere. They all say Jesus saves.
Yeah.
A month, maybe 2. And then it's on the market. I don't have a choice. I've sold all my properties, emptied my 401k. I've tried banks. I've tried finance companies. I went in and I said, I want to take out a loan to invest in my barn. And they said, you can't do it. Okay, I have a 7+ credit score. I own my cars. I own my home. What the
Of course
hell?
it is.
Of course
No
it
one
is.
does it. I don't know if it was because it's a lesbian bar.
Yeah,
I mean-
But
so
that's what
I
it
saw
felt
that
like.
and I was like, that is
Ooh, they've raised 28,000.
28,000
amazing.
so
That's
far.
great.
So I will have a link on our website to this if
Yes.
anybody out there wants to donate. Also, I'll repost it on our Instagram account so you guys can see it. But if you can't find it, the bar is called the Ladies' Room and it's in Florida. If you go to their website, they have a link to the GoFundMe to raise money to save the
That's
bar.
awesome.
I mean, it has to be. I can't even imagine. It's tough here in California, which is an incredibly liberal state.
Yeah.
But it must be so hard in Florida. But also,
I can't even imagine.
how much more important is it? Not to say that it's not important to have them here, but there are. How many safe spaces do you think that there are for lesbians in Florida?
Besides Disneyland.
Exactly.
Disneyland.
Besides
But not
Disneyland,
just
'cause
lesbians,
Gay as hell.
gays.
Everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
So like having that safe space is so,
So
important.
Yeah.
Can we have one bar? Can we have one fucking bar? Can we have everything else? Like,
I
let us make
know.
money and like go on,
God.
supporting the community. Get out of here. Can I have one space? Fine, we'll come to your churches then. I'm gonna come be bisexual at your church in Florida. All right, if you won't let me have one fucking bar to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew, that was unexpected.
I
Yeah.
know.
I got.
You feel better?
I feel better.
Wait, I was
One
looking for the
space.
a perfect sound effect, and after all these seasons, they still don't have the fucking board memorized. You know what? I give up. I give up. Jesus Christ!
Just play the first thing your button
There.
hits.
Tina!
That's what I was
Bring
gonna
me
go.
the axe!
Yes, that is how I feel.
That's-
Okay,
Yeah.
we should just show up at the churches and be like, "Gay potluck,
Yes!
everybody!
Gay
It's
as hell.
brunch. Gay brunch.
Gay brunch."
you're to hang out because Jesus loves gay
We're
people.
going to share the wine with you.
Exactly.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. We're gonna look better than you while we do it.
That's a given.
Yeah.
Oh, just like other drama. I know we haven't. It's been a bit for this, but
Drama.
the whole thing with Bud Light and the Dylan.
This
What is her
Mulvaney.
last name? Mulvaney.
Mulvaney.
Is it Mulvaney?
I don't know
Mulvaney?
anything
Mulvaney.
about this.
What?
I've kind of been off social media a bit.
So I follow Dylan on TikTok, and I
Yeah.
think
Tell me about it.
she's
Amazing.
one of the most positive. You can have your opinions about their transgender or whatever, but as the content that they put out and she puts out, and them as a human being, it's just so positive. Like there's just really no negativity coming from them.
She's like the Ted Lasso
God, yeah.
of like TikTok and
Yeah.
like trans women.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
It's just
all positive.
all positive, but the amount of just hate people, and she still is just like, well, I'm gonna have a good day.
Wait, so what does Bud Light have
So
to do with
Bud
that?
Light sponsored with her.
Okay.
And she's like, have an endorsement by Bud Light. And everyone was like, fucking queer people can't drink our beer.
Yeah. So let's just to be clear, there wasn't no ad or market like a big advertisement that went out. Nothing like a commercial featuring Dylan. It was literally they said, "Hey, do you want to be an ambassador
brand
for
ambassador,
yeah.
brand ambassador for Bud Light?" And they did like a special case of Bud Light for her with her picture on it.
Yeah.
These right-wing GOP redneck cis white men lost their shit because a trans woman was drinking Bud Light. They were like shooting up literally with guns, shooting
Yes.
up.
Kid Diarrhea Rock
Yeah.
put like a big thing of Bud Light and was like
And then
shooting
shooting
at
them
it.
up.
I was like, this
Yeah.
is what I think.
And then they're like, we're going to drink Coors. And every other beer that they've like said, even Guinness, everybody's like, they support gay people too.
Yeah.
we
You know
don't-
what I
no,
mean?
thank
It's like,
you.
you
'Cause,
idiots.
guess what? Gay people drink a lot, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of money. for
Yeah,
them to
there's a
make
lot
on
of money
that.
in gay
Who
bars.
is on the attack and who's on the defense here? Like their whole thing is like they're coming after us. They're coming after our stuff, and it's like we can't even
Coming
drink
after
a fucking
what?
beer,
Yeah.
and without you bringing out your guns, and it's just so nuts. Like, you're the only one perpetuating this like violence and this sort
Yeah.
of back and forth
Yeah.
because you're so scared of what.
Of their true sexuality coming out and somebody creeping closer to it and
Yeah.
outing them. I don't know. My thing is what did Dylan do to you? Like
Yeah.
literally, they
Can't even drink
they
a
haven't
fucking
affected
beer.
your life in any way.
No.
Them being an ambassador to Bud Light isn't going to change Bud Light. It's still the same beer. You're
Yeah.
just fucking idiots. You're idiots.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're just the bottom of the earth people who are just
Well, and
it's confusing to me. Like I just don't get the logic in those people's minds.
it's just like a bunch of people who think that because of their sexuality and the color of their skin that they are more important and deserve more than they have.
Yes.
And because they don't have what they want, everything is a threat. So Dylan Mulvaney drinking Bud Light is somehow the cause of them not being able to pay their mortgage because they didn't graduate high school.
But that's on them.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yes.
That's just
Yes.
the logic.
Right.
Like these people have no logic. Well, one, they probably not educated hardly at all. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't get how somebody like that, especially who has such positivity in the world, this is the thing that I think about. They want to erase the gay people,
Yeah.
whether you're transgender, lesbian,
Yeah.
bi, all of us, right? They want to erase us. But the thing is like gay people have such power that we affect this group of people so bad
You don't give a fuck
that
what
they
you drink.
No.
can't function in normal life without wanting to destroy a certain group of people who have
Exactly.
done nothing to them. That's how much power gay people have.
I would never take the time to like shoot straight beer and be like, "This is disgusting straight beer."
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. Like,
I got better things to do.
I don't give a fuck what kind of beer Kid Rock is drinking.
I don't
No.
give
I
a
don't
fuck
know.
if Kid
I
Rock
don't
is
care
alive
to
or
know.
dead. It
Yeah.
don't affect
I
my
don't
life.
care.
I just don't get it. Oh God! But since we're talking about this, the other thing that made news is Lizzo performing in Tennessee. Did you see this? So
Yeah.
yes.
she did her concert, y'all, in
Y'all.
Tennessee, and we've
Don't
talked
know.
about it on the show how they have the strictest ban for drag performances and transgender healthcare for use in Tennessee. So Lizzo decided, hey, I'm going to do my concert and I'm bringing up a shit ton of RuPaul's Drag Race
Yes.
queens to perform with me. So she did the concert, but the law that bans the drag doesn't go into effect till May 1st.
Yeah.
So she did it, I guess, before then. But I mean, the haters that came out and it may, but she was pretty much like, nope, if I'm going to be performing in your state, this
Yeah.
is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I think people just need to stop performing there.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
are going to start canceling
Yeah.
their gigs there, and same with
It's
Florida.
So fucking stupid.
And the whole Florida, the DeSantos versus Disney. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me with this?
Did you see Bowen Yang as Jafar
Yeah.
on Weekend Update?
That was so good.
He's like,
So
my
good.
waist just snatched.
Snatched.
It's like, they're like, are you gay, Jafar? And he's like, yes, my ultimate person is a giant yoked genie with a high ponytail.
It was so good. But no, hats off to Lizzo. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, good for
I think
her.
it's going to take a lot of people with celebrity and
Yeah.
following to go out and make these type of statements for stuff to happen. Because I don't know. I can't watch the news like all the time. It's so depressing.
It just worries me because it's also just such a red herring that it's like, yes, this is important stuff. We're talking about it, but real things like are happening. They're stripping us of our fundamental rights. They're taking women's reproductive rights away from them. Like they're like trying to get us to focus on drag queens because what they're really doing is systemically taking away all of our rights,
Yep.
peeling back. Now it's gay rights, it's women's rights, then it'll be civil rights. It's all
Yeah.
coming, and then it's just this stuff where they sensationalize one or two things so that everyone's like, look over here, like look at Kid Rock hating Bud Light, when really what's happening is really soul-crushing things that will have a seismic effect
Yeah.
on our history and our country.
Yeah.
For sure. And the kids, the
Yeah.
younger
God,
generation
man.
coming after us, the shit they got to clean up and do. But the thing that the going on TikTok and social media, there seems to be an uprise of very young teenagers, like I say high school kids, probably freshmen in college, who are becoming more active
They have
as
to.
activists
Yeah.
and really starting to get out there. And I'm like, good. That's what needs to happen. The younger you all out there listening, you kids, you're the ones who are going to make the change.
Yeah.
Old folks like me, I'll be dead before,
Yeah,
you know?
but
Like, Jesus.
I know.
we have to teach them.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, learn from the people who came before you when they protested and keep doing it. That's the
It's, like,
only way it's going to
exhausting.
change. It's exhausting. It really is. But the other thing a little bit of good news. Tucker Carlson's on
Yes.
TV.
Yep.
That
So
came out
good.
today. I'm so happy about
Ugh.
that. That guy's an idiot. Talk
He's-
about like,
The worst.
I
His-
just don't get people.
His interview with Elon Musk,
Yeah.
where they talk about just like the need of men to procreate. It's like, this is the most disgusting.
God.
But I wonder, why did he get?
Well, there was really a Fox News Media. They did a
said
thing that
that
they're
they
parting ways.
amicably parting ways
Yeah.
is what I think they
Okay,
said.
Chris
they're not gonna
Martin and
comment
Gwyneth
on-
Paltrow, they're uncoupling.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was because of some lawsuit, and they're
Yeah.
saying it's
What's
not
the
related. to
Dominion?
It's because of the voting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That he was the one who mostly he pushed it more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And was like leading it for the network. The
I mean,
lie.
Yeah,
Basically
I mean, he's
the
still,
lie.
it-
The lie.
Yeah, it's a little bit of good news. He's still fucking rich as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, him personally would probably not get affected by this, and that's the thing
Well,
that's
I
sexist.
don't think so because I think
Why?
he's a person with a huge ego and
Yes.
not being
Ego.
on TV
Yes.
Yeah,
every day
it's
is
gonna
gonna
bug
him,
really
yeah.
gonna
He will
burst
go,
his
and
eagle.
he and Trump will like, even though he hates
Yeah.
Trump, he said that in his deposition. They'll go and they'll join some mega douche network where their
Yeah.
powers
Be
will
mega
combine.
douches on there, and
Yeah.
with all the mega douchers.
But he'll never have as many
Fun.
watchers.
No.
as-
Right.
Like he's done. He's
Yeah.
on the way out.
He's
And that
done.
will eat at him every night.
every night when he goes to bed and realizes you're not
Mhm.
popular anymore.
Mhm.
When he
You're
takes
a
his little
nobody.
bow tie off and his head deflates to its normal size.
It's like the
What
sign
sound?
of a nickel.
What sound?
Is that how you did? I don't know.
Don Lemon got fired too.
Yes.
Why Don Lemon?
I almost felt like are you trying to what up Tucker Carlson today?
Yes.
Wait, why Don Lemon?
I don't know.
I don't
CNN
know.
said
Well-
that he no longer works for the network anymore.
Oh,
There
they
was like a
parted
huge
ways?
history of like harassment
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know
Him being just a not-
harassing.
He said that he actually he found out through his manager that CNN never even contacted him to tell him that he's no longer going to be on the network.
Yikes.
Oy.
Yeah. So
Well,
what
bad
CNN saying-
behavior.
what
And
Bad
that's
saying-
a
behavior.
spicy meatball.
Ball.
I don't know why.
And
What
that's,
what was that?
and that is a little news gossip.
Yes,
So,
I was trying to
ba-dum.
come, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. I was trying to do a news sign off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why spicy meatball came up.
But now you got to use it.
I'm not gonna use it
And
all the time.
That's how the meatball spiced. There you go. That's how we're gonna end our news segment when we
Yeah.
talk about pop culture. And that's how the meatball is spiced.
And you know what they say? No one wants to see how the meatball is made, but they do want to see how it's spiced. Back to you, Tony.
You were really reaching for that. And then I'll make like a bashy sound effect with really bad Italian music behind
Yes.
it. Okay, deal. The other controversy this week was RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 8 cast was announced,
Yes.
and Jimbo is one of the cast members,
Saw
but
that.
their entrance look is getting a lot of controversy. Did you guys see this?
I saw some of
So
it.
he had a full body suit, and it was like a woman, but big old knockers and
Yeah.
everything, and just a bikini that said boss. So people went to Twitter, of course, and were saying that it's a bit of misogyny and all of that, and really came after him about him making fun of women's bodies by doing this. And people were like, well, that's his aesthetic, is the bimbo.
Yeah.
And so women came after him, other drag queens. As a female, what do you think, Brynne? Because here, look, now you'll see the picture of his.
I get it.
This was the entrance look.
Okay. So I didn't watch this episode. What was the
I didn't watch it either. It
what was
hasn't.
the
It was.
context? Oh,
Yeah, I don't think the episode's out. I think
No.
it's
So we don't
just
know
an
that.
image that.
Yeah, and so that was his entrance look, and he's really known for this silhouette of a woman where it's just really like a bimbo. Is this aesthetic?
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's hard, without knowing the context.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't know if it because I see that people are saying that he's mocking women.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you look at Dolly Parton, that is her aesthetic.
Yeah.
And it is that is truly, and people have called her a bimbo, and they've said that she's, and I'm not equating this person to Dolly Parton because I do not know him at all.
Yeah.
But I do know that there are just certain people that love that aesthetic, and that's how they feel inside, and that's the look, and that's what they want.
Yeah.
If that is not truly like how he feels, if that's not how he,
But
if
the thing with Jimbo is when he does his female persona, it's always, even when he was on Canada Drag Race, it was always that silhouette with really big hips, really big boobs. Bimbo. Jimbo bimbo.
yeah.
So
it's
that's
just like-
always been his aesthetic in drag. And he goes in interviews to explain why that. But I found it interesting that like there's other drag queens who wear breastplates and all of
Yes.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But some of the Twitter people were like, well, they're doing it tastefully. And then the question is like, what is
tasteful
taste.
and what's not? I mean,
Who's the arbiter?
yeah,
Yeah.
and drag is supposed to be an exaggeration of life, anyways.
Yeah.
So.
And
I know it's just such a I don't know.
And I just don't know if you're like, if you are a drag queen, then that truly is part of your identity. It's not
Yeah.
a Halloween costume that
Yeah.
you're putting on. So it's not like your cousin's husband who comes in and
Yeah.
has like a big giant breastplate on and like a female body inspector tube top. It is like part of what you love and what you want to emulate.
Yeah.
So if that is what Jimbo is doing, then I say, you know, that's fine, because there are, and I will say this, there are women who do that. There are women who get their breasts augmented so that they are very, very big. There are women who wear corsets so they're, you know,
Itty bitty waist.
I don't think they're mocking themselves. I think in their own mind, that's their ideal of femininity, and I think that that's what
Or
drag
beauty.
queens or beauty,
Yeah.
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 And that's what drag queens really are doing.
Yeah. I found it interesting that Irma God, another Canada drag queen who was on the episode, her season with Jimbo, said that the people calling Jimbo misogynist are actually just outing themselves as bimbophobic. Nobody is out there dragging the flat-chested queens for mocking flat-chested people.
Yeah.
True.
So it's clear that people are just projecting their judgment and empowering big titty people onto this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's true. There's so many flat-chested queens.
Yeah.
Nobody's standing up and going, why are you making fun of flat-chested women?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard for me to think that someone who has dedicated their life to being a drag queen and expressing themselves in this way would do it because they think it's a joke.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But,
I don't know. But
yeah, you're right. Why
to
can't we have more representation of body types in Drag Race and in the drag world?
Yeah.
Why not? Why everyone doesn't have to be tall and thin and like a RuPaul model?
Yeah,
Right.
it's true. I mean, why not show a very, very voluptuous woman?
Sure.
Because they exist.
They do
They do
exist.
exist.
See,
Yeah.
But you know what doesn't exist?
The first 15 minutes of this
No.
podcast.
I was trying to do a segue to go to break and I lost it. Damn it. You guys are going to be right back.
Wait a second, do you hear that? It's the sound of your wallet crying out for help. Because you need a great hosting service for your podcast, but don't want to break the bank. Well, have no fear, because Blueberry Pro Hosting is here to save the day. And not only that, they are offering our listeners a special deal. That's right, with the code WIH, you can get your $100 Blueberry Pro Hosting setup fee waived. And don't worry, their support team is always available to answer any onboarding questions you might have. So, what are you waiting for? Get your podcast hosted with Blueberry Pro Hosting today and start sharing your stories with the world. And remember, use the code WIH at checkout to get your setup fee for free. Thanks for listening.
Hey, everybody. We're back. What was that?
There was like extra bass.
It was.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah. We have the weirdest conversations on our break.
Sure do.
We were talking about the Bette Midler version of Gypsy. If you guys have not watched that miniseries that aired years and years ago, I was obsessed with it, obviously.
The woman who played Gypsy is someone I've never heard of before.
What has she done?
What has she done?
You know
she
what?
won an Emmy.
She didn't win an Emmy for that.
I promise you.
Gypsy.
Wow.
No, I'm looking her up
That
right
I
now.
think maybe she was nominated.
Now the story changes.
well, you
Okay.
But I just
Maybe she watched the Emmys.
she watched it.
She
at
definitely
home
watched
before
the
It was.
Emmys.
It was a made-for-TV movie. It was.
It was like a made-for-TV miniseries.
Let's see who the cast
It's that
was.
Cynthia Gibb.
Cynthia Gibb.
Gibb.
I've never heard of her. Had no idea.
The made-for-TV movies were like the
Cynthia.
best.
But you
She
have to
did
be
a
a
lot of stuff in
singer.
the 90s.
Is she a Broadway
She was
person,
in
though?
Short Circuit. That's why she looked familiar.
She's in Short Circuit 2.
Jeez.
She was in the sequel.
I don't know that that's something to
Short
be proud
Circuit.
of on your resume.
So I'm not. Yeah.
No, she was in Short Circuit 1 too.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
that's where
She
I
was in
recognize
Short
her
Circuit,
from.
the cartoon.
No,
Straight to video.
you guys are awful.
I look up if she won an Emmy though.
She didn't win
Where
no
this is
goddamn
off.
Emmy.
This is off the. This is already
I
off
know.
the.
She was in
The
Young
rails,
Bloods.
off the rails.
Young
Appeared
Bloods,
in
I
the film
love that,
Young
yeah.
Bloods.
I love Young Bloods.
Anyways, then Cynthia Gibb.
Cynthia Gibb, if you're out there.
Hey, Cynthia
Yeah.
Gibb, if somebody knows her, hit her up. I want to talk to her.
I want to
Yeah.
talk to you. What,
What
are
have
you
you
up
been
to?
doing?
Didn't mean to
Yeah.
insult you. I've just never heard of you.
Did you end up watching The Gypsy with Bette Midler?
Yeah, I started it. It's good.
It's good.
Yes,
It's a really good version. I love it. And Alan
Ellen Barkin.
no,
Dershowitz.
Alan Dershowitz.
What?
Broadway, I forget her name.
Ellen Bernstein.
No, I forget her name.
This could go on forever.
I know. Never mind. Okay. Anyways, since we're talking about TV, do you want to talk about what we are obsessed with right now?
Yes.
The TV show, Brynne?
Yes.
So this is a new segment I think Brynne and I are going to do because Eric,
Sorry, Eric.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Sometimes he's.
I don't watch a lot of TV sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're judging us for watching a lot of TV?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
I am. Fully.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full judgment right now.
Sure.
I'm okay with that.
I'm fine.
I'm okay with that. Anyway, so this is where Brynne and I are going to recommend either a movie or a TV show that we are obsessed
Which is
with.
great because this is how I find new things to watch.
Yes.
I want you to watch this.
Yeah.
Yes. What is it? You
So
you
it
tell while I
is
sip my
the-
champagne.
I know. It's the new Ali Wong show, Beef, on Netflix.
Yeah. It just came out a couple weeks ago. I binged it in probably 2 days.
Yeah. So I had a sinus infection.
Yeah.
And I didn't have my daughter, so I just stayed home and ate French fries and watched Beef all weekend. But I haven't seen the last episode.
Okay.
That's it.
How do you describe the show? Because it's so weird. It's weird in not a weird way. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it's like it's hard. It's kind of like a drama, kind of like a comedy.
Here.
It's like a dark comedy.
I'm going to read the premise.
Yeah,
Let's see if I
perfect.
can
Yeah,
get through this.
Yeah.
A near accident in a parking lot turns two strangers into enemies. Yes, the tit for tat relationship that develops leads to escalating acts of revenge as Amy and Danny learn about each other's identities and families and become more and more involved in each other's lives.
It's wild.
So it's a show. It's literally a show about road rage that goes off the rails.
And just how you can have sort of just like a crazy one-off interaction with someone and how your lives can start to intersect. And then it is also just like people, no matter what your circumstances, if you're rich or you're poor, where you live, like can kind of be desperate in yourself.
Yeah.
It's about your own emotions and like when you're dealing with shit, how you sort of project it and how you like, so the two people are in seemingly very different places in their
Yeah.
lives, like
So-
very different circumstances.
So it stars Ali Wong, who plays Amy, and Steve Yen as Danny. And both of them, I'm going to say I love Ali Wong, and I've only known her as stand-up.
Yeah.
She's in a couple movies. She is phenomenal in this. Like, her acting is all, like, just ups and she is so good in this.
There were times where I rewatched scenes. I was alone in my bedroom, you guys, and I would clap and I would just be like, "Give this woman a goddamn award."
Yeah, she's really good in it.
I've tweeted twice, I think, in my whole life. I wanted to tweet to my 0 followers, "Give Ali Wong a goddamn award and more roles." She
Like
is an
this.
actress.
She's really good in this. Yeah,
Yeah.
really,
It
really
was
good.
I like her a lot.
wild.
It's
Yeah.
a really good story of how revenge kind of gets taken a little too far, and how like they just find it's just really interesting.
It just like, and it shows you about how like when you are seemingly upset at other people, or like they say, you know, revenge is like taking poison and expecting the
Yeah.
other person to die.
Yeah.
But it does show you how like the things that you get angry about or the things that you like get rageful about really say more about what you're going through in your life and what's happening with you psychologically than it does anyone else
Yeah.
that's doing things to you.
Yeah.
I like Maria Ballo, who the rich
Oh
white lady.
my god, the rich white lady.
Yeah, she's in it. She's hilarious. You haven't watched the last episode?
I haven't. Don't tell me.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what happens.
But I know that she's a lesbian in it.
Yep. And Ashley Parker, who's from Emily in Paris.
Yes.
And she was in the original Broadway cast of Mean Girls, the musical.
she was?
Yeah.
Good
She
for her.
played the one with the strudels. The
Toaster strudels.
yeah.
Oh.
Lacey Chabert.
Yeah, she played that character. I believe she was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Anyways,
so
it's
good.
so good.
Maria Bello, so good. But Ali Wong is
I
amazing. It's
started
the
it
whole thing.
really not. Okay, I'm just like, okay, I just need something to watch. I'm not going to be. But by episode 3, I was so hooked.
I was riveted, and I had realized I was like, "You've just watched like 10 hours."
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like I
It's
had to
really
take
good.
a
It's
break.
really good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good.
Because you could see this happening to like it is. You know when you have road rage or there's those moments in life where you go, just let it go. Just let it
Yeah.
go. They're in their own world. They're having their day, right?
Yeah.
This is what happens if you go, you know what? No, fuck them.
Yeah.
It's about me.
Yeah. This is about you
Yeah.
disrupting my life.
Yeah.
That's what was interesting because I think everybody out there has been in that situation where you're like, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger person.
Right.
This is when you go, I'm not going to be the bigger person.
Right.
This is what's going to happen to you.
For the full week, after watching that, anytime something cut me off or anyone, I was like, you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
Like,
It does
I
make you
was
look at
upset.
life, go, you know what? I'm not even going to bother because,
You know.
this could turn real
Everyone's
south.
walking in their own journey.
Yep.
So I just
That is our recommendation. Go
love
watch Beef on Netflix starring Ali Long and Steven Yin.
yeah. And the other
It's
thing
so
that's
good.
cool is it's a predominantly Asian cast.
And that was
that's
the other thing I
awesome.
really, really loved.
yeah.
All the main characters were Asian American. It was so good seeing that representation and
Yeah.
just how they represent how they live normal lives. Like,
Yeah.
like we get shows like on, what was this, On the Block or whatever, what was all
Right.
in LA
Oh, yeah,
and it was
yeah.
all about Hispanic families and all that.
Yeah.
So it was nice seeing kind of the same type of a show, but with all Asian family.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it was
You know
like
what I mean?
different. It wasn't just like all one, like a Korean. Like it's all.
Yeah, it was all
Yeah, so it
different.
was very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
That's
good.
awesome.
I liked
Yeah.
it.
it was. You should.
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
watch that.
Watch it.
You
Yeah.
should.
Do
I
You
will.
should.
Do it, girl.
The other thing, now that we're off of that, I want to talk about. Have you guys been watching? Like, okay, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Chat GBT,
Chat
the AI.
GPT. Yeah.
AI seems to be getting more crazier
Yeah.
and crazier
It is.
and crazier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have something I can talk about.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about the Drake and the Weeknd song that came out this week?
You played it for us, and I was
That was
shocked.
Okay.
Shocking.
So
Shocked.
the drama that happened is that it was released to Spotify and Apple Music,
Okay.
and within 4 hours had like 600,000 streams.
That is wild.
So
What?
Universal, who works with Drake and The Weeknd, freaked out and put a cease and desist order to
Yeah.
Spotify and Apple Music. But here's the catch: no one knows that if Universal has the right to it, because it's also protected because that song was written by a human being, so they may have their own copyright protection against Universal.
Wait, it was
And
written
so-
by who?
It was written by a human being. It was
Okay.
Oh,
like
I
a
thought
real
AI,
person.
Like, came up with it.
AI only did the vocals, not the
Got
actual
it.
song itself.
Oh,
But this
So it
is-
might have its own protection against Universal for them not have the ability to take it down.
So you're saying
We don't
that-
really know, like,
This is
legally.
weird.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
So AI
uncovered.
created the music, but a person wrote the lyrics.
A person
so
wrote the
technically,
lyrics.
those people who wrote the lyrics own that song.
Yes.
Where Universal has no right to because they
Correct.
did. But do they have the right to the voices?
That
that's-
we don't know.
We don't know.
Oh,
As a society, we actually don't know yet.
Because you
Great.
can have a trademark. There was like a really famous case. Who was it? It was some like folk singer or something who got sued by his label for having a record that sounded too much like him.
yeah.
So it's really murky territory
It's
when you're talking
super
about
murky.
like trademarking in your image and your
And
Likeness.
Yes, and when you're a public figure, like paparazzi can take a picture of you and you don't own that picture.
No.
The paparazzi does. So if something takes, and it's not even like a clip of their voice, it's not a like a par for par them playing something that's been recorded that The Weeknd and Drake did. It's
not
something
like a
completely
sample.
new. It's
No.
a sample,
Yeah.
exactly.
And so it's already been decided that something that with AI is not protected, but when there's human involvement, it does. Like, we're not really sure, is it protected? Is it not? We haven't decided as a society, and so it's going to be
What do you
very
think?
interesting.
Do you think it should be protected or no?
Eric?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know the answer.
I don't know
Because-
because if I was me and I wrote lyrics to a song and I was like, you know what, I'm going to use this AI to do the voices. I wrote that song. I want credit for it. You're going to use it in a Ford commercial ad. Give me royalties,
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
yes. I mean, I think it's really smart of whoever did that
Yeah.
because now they're gonna get their name in some
They're
stuff.
so
and
famous.
Is
Yeah.
they're
So
gonna get,
famous.
you know?
Well, and Grimes came out this week where
Oh,
she
that's right.
announced that she is going to allow anyone to use her voice in AI and collaborate. She wants a 50% revenue share because that's the amount that she uses with any collaboration with other artists anyways. And she's like, I don't have a record label. I don't have any of these like hoops to jump through. So here I am, like, use my vocal.
That's kind of smart.
We said this. She is truly from the future.
Yeah.
Truly.
She's like, yeah, use my voice, but pay me.
And
I
the
love
interesting
that.
thing about this song with Drake and The Weeknd, it sounds
It sounds
exactly
good.
Just like them.
And it's not a bad song.
No.
I never.
I
would've-
wouldn't have known that it
No.
was not
If you
them.
had played that for me, I would have been like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. It
it's-
would have been like, oh,
That's wild.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, Grimes is so smart because, like, I don't know about you, but I haven't heard Grimes on the radio a lot lately.
No.
So if people are just like making songs and like doing out there creating, she doesn't have to do anything.
doesn't
She
even have to
doesn't
She's
show
getting
up.
She
paid
could
for
literally
the
show up
money.
and sing the song because she's like, you did it in my voice, so obviously I can
Yeah.
sing it.
Yeah, and if she likes it, she can be like, "Well, this is my voice, so I'm gonna start singing
Singing
with
it.
this on tour."
Yeah.
Like, then that stuff can just start
Yeah.
coming in. And then if she has something shit, she's like, "Well, that wasn't me; it was AI."
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I don't. The other thing with AI that I was talking to Eric about earlier was there is this new website called Prim Eyes, Prim Eyes, and it is a website where you put a picture in of yourself, and AI will find every single picture of you on the internet, whether it was taken from a security camera, whether it's on Instagram. Every picture of you that has been taken will pop up.
That is
Isn't
truly
that crazy?
frightening. You know what that would be good for, though?
Does that include your nudes?
Yes.
Does it?
If you take
Your
a
dick
picture of your
pics?
dick,
I
you have to
How would it
upload
know?
a picture
How
of your
would it
dick.
know?
How would it know?
I actually have a question for you, Brynne. I know that you like.
Wait.
Wait,
Go
wait,
ahead.
I have a
Go
question.
ahead.
I know that you like animated porn for
I love it.
porn.
Yeah.
What do you think of AI porn?
Oh
I'd be
yeah.
okay with it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Similarly,
Because that's actually a new thing that's coming out now too. Is like,
so.
yeah,
Listen, I do not want to crowd the market for sex workers. That's not what I want. But in a reality where sex workers are not treated well and specifically not afforded some of those like protections that they need,
Yeah.
like especially on set and things, especially when we're talking about younger women and things like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm into it because for me it's like the safest
yeah.
thing.
I was reading this article of like how to
Interesting.
detect if it's AI porn, and apparently, like things in the background, like AI is not very good at like making the walls line up and
This is-
artwork.
This is
and
crazy.
This is
Yeah.
gonna trip me out because if I do watch regular porn from now on, I'm the whole time I'm gonna be like, is this
Staring at the
AI? Staring at the
background.
background and,
AI.
their teeth because they can never get the teeth
Yeah,
right.
and
Never
the
get the
hands,
teeth. Yeah,
and
the
the
hands.
hands.
Well, that would be bad for
It's
my.
like-
That would be very bad for my all-girl massage porn. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching 32 fingers
No.
massage.
No. Why not?
I would.
Alien massage porn.
No. I don't get that. But whatever.
You
To
know,
each their own.
To each
Their
their
own.
own.
Do you take selfies of your dick?
I don't. Of my
Okay.
vagina, no. No. I could.
I don't know. Do girls do that?
Boobies.
Boobies. I can
Yeah.
see that.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Why did I
They
say
call
it
them
like
I
boobs.
know.
that?
I don't know why you said boobies.
Like I was like your Italian nana. A boobies.
Boobies.
We like a booby. Yeah,
Ay,
I don't know. It's hard to
Michelle.
get a good angle on your vagina, though.
Yeah.
It's not the same as.
Do you
the-
guys ask for a picture of your vagina?
I have. I mean, this
Or
is probably-
girls? Because
Yeah.
we know you go both ways. Do you
Yeah.
get more girls or guys asking for a vagina picture?
Girls
Who-
want face pics.
I could get that.
I get that. Yeah.
Guys, I have had a guy ask for vagina pics.
Have you
before.
ever to girls
Um,
ask for a vagina picture?
no,
I feel
I've
like
never
a
had
guy
girl.
would be excited over any body part. Like,
Yeah.
here's my
Yeah.
elbow, and
Exactly,
they're
or
like, oh, that's
here.
hot.
But guys want body pics and like boobs. Girls
Yeah.
want face pics more. But I guess it depends on the kind of girls that you're talking
Yeah,
to.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You know. But I
Gay guys just want dick and butthole.
yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
that. I
don't
want
want a butthole.
I want your face
picture.
and I want your kitty cat. Your actual kitty. Dude, remember when I was talking to that girl and she had
Yeah.
that picture of her and her cat in
Yeah.
the same beanie?
Yeah.
And
You
I was
were
like,
all about it.
I was. I loved that girl. I screamed into the mic. Yes,
know.
I loved that girl. I was like, you got the same beanie as
You
your
know what?
cat?
Maybe I'm a lesbian because I prefer
Sure.
face pics when it comes
See?
to guys.
You're just an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah, I think
I'm
you're an
like,
adult.
maybe at
Yeah.
this point I've seen so many dicks. I'm just like, you know what?
I
Show
want to
the
know what
face.
it's attached to.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Does butthole pictures turn you on, Aaron?
No,
I can't get behind that.
Uh-uh.
I'd rather see it closed. With
yeah,
the
I
cheeks.
like the butt
Your
cheeks,
butt,
but
yeah.
not a butthole.
Yeah, where it's just like,
Yeah.
look at what I ate for lunch.
Yeah.
You don't know. I don't want to
Not
see
eating
your
butthole.
insides.
It's like Alien. Like,
Yeah, it's like,
coming to attack you
Oh,
with the
God.
teeth.
Yeah, no, thank you, ma'am.
Butthole dentata.
You're like corn chowder again? No, you did that yesterday. Speaking of corn chowder, you know what it's time for?
Politics.
No.
There's Carol. And then there's Carol. Sassy, slutty, sexy, sticky. Right on, Carol.
Carol, for once in your life, shut your damn mouth.
You know what I'm going to say about the show lately? What's been happening? We get very serious. Brynne almost cried earlier because she got very passionate about politics. And then we go to poop
Buttholes
and
with
anal.
teeth.
Corn chowder with teeth.
What the hell is going on with us?
You know, that's what people like about
Yeah.
us. Our
I
ability to
guess.
just ping
Pong,
pong.
back and forth.
Or like some people that are like, if you're not into the politics, just tune into the second half.
Yeah, for
Give
the,
it 30 more seconds,
Yes.
and then we'll get to buttholes.
Exactly.
or sex, or do you take selfies of your vagina? You know what? All of our female
I would.
listeners out there, I want to know if that's a thing.
Yeah, is it?
Is it?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I've never. I can count on my. God damn it, Brynne. I don't get asked for that a lot. Long haul
You know?
COVID.
No, COVID.
I don't know if it's just like my body or my face, or that I dress like
A Quaker.
Quaker, or just my general vibe of being
Yeah.
awkward and weird. But people aren't knocking down my door
For a badge
to
pic.
get badge or booby pics.
Really?
Really?
I'm
Nobody,
surprised about
nobody
that.
wants
Yeah,
to
I
see
mean,
mine.
I'm surprised.
Nah.
Thanks, guys.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see mine either.
I doubt that.
No, okay, should we talk about Carol?
Change the topic.
Yeah.
Who
My
has a
Carol
Carol?
is that I don't get asked for enough.
That's your Carol of the
Wait,
week.
what am I doing? I'm not getting any. I'm not getting
Jeez.
vagina pics or dick pics, and I'm not sending them out.
Okay.
What
Is
should
that
I be
your Carol?
doing? No.
What's your Carol?
You guys go first.
Eric, do you
I have a
one?
serious Carol.
Oh no,
Okay.
here we go.
My Carol is Twitter because they removed the protection of
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
misgendering and dead naming this week.
This is
So yeah, they would actually ban an account if somebody was like bullying but now they no longer do that, and they've updated their terms of service and
fuck Twitter.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck
they're
Twitter.
horrible.
Ugh,
So
I
I just
can't.
want to say everything they're doing terrible to bring them down, so people
Good.
stop
Yeah.
using them because
Yeah.
I hate it.
I'm glad I didn't tweet about Ali Wong.
Twitter is all I go on there is for porn, but then you're trying to scroll through dick and whatever, and then it's like Taylor Murphy Green or whatever the fuck that troll's
Taylor
name
Murphy.
is.
And
Yeah.
Elon
And
Musk.
it's just like, oh my God, I don't care about her.
You know, he like made them do the algorithm so that people see him more.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
he's so
disgusting.
disgusting. He's ugly
He's
too.
literally like, no one likes me, so I'm gonna buy
Oh,
this social media
God.
network so that people
No one like
think
me.
I'm cool.
You're not
Again.
cool.
And
You're
we
an
think
idiot.
he's even less cool now.
Again, if you have that amount of money, just shut the
Fuck
fuck
up. Nobody cares.
Just go be rich.
And what's the worst thing Elon Musk is gonna do to you? Ban you from Twitter? I'm
Right.
okay with that.
Not anymore. Now that
Fucking
everyone's
idiot.
jumping, he's
I
like,
know, everyone's
he's like,
gone.
come back,
Back,
to Twitter.
Yeah,
I need the
exactly.
account.
Yeah.
Oh no, but that does Twitter
Yeah.
is just
Yeah, I hate it. That's my
can't.
Carol.
I can't.
They
That was
suck.
a good one. That was
Yeah.
serious.
That's a good.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was
Mine's gonna
serious.
seem really dumb now.
What is yours?
Mine is when you're in the grocery store and people are looking at something on the opposite aisle, but they're standing against the back aisle. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hate
Yeah.
that.
So there's no way for you to get past them
Yeah.
or to look at anything that's around them.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you
Just
got.
look at people
Yeah.
at grocery stores. Just be, I guess, in general, people that aren't like situationally aware.
Self-aware. Yeah.
You're not the only person in the store.
You know what my Carol is? It's a very local Carol here in San Diego.
Ooh, fun.
For everybody that lives in San Diego, for others that don't, you probably heard us talk about it a lot. So Inside Out is part of this big red building. They are doing a new construction right behind it. And Eric sent me their new marketing.
Yes.
It has to be one of the worst. What is it
Oh,
called?
God.
Harvey?
What is
Harvey?
it? It's on Harvey Milk.
Yeah. One of the worst marketing
Yeah.
things
It's-
I've ever seen.
the
It's
webpage
awful.
I saw was a picture of like naked men like licking each other and kissing each other, which normally I have no problem with.
probably.
But I was just so
I
confused
thought this
of what
was-
this had to do with selling an apartment.
I thought this was like a new porn or an artist
Yes, we were
installation.
perplexed. I
And
thought-
this
Yeah.
is what my problem is. When you look at the ad for this and go to their website, it is all white cis men.
Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no men of color. There's no Hispanic men, Asian men, black women, no women. God
No
forbid.
women.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it is so. I'm sorry, but Harvey, I don't
We're gonna get
understand
sued.
what you're trying to bring to our community. I'm not getting
It's
it.
an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you go to the website, they're like, hey, we're going to start having people live here soon. And it is just a bunch of hunky white
No,
gay
I'm gonna
dudes
say
about
not-
to fuck.
I'm not going to even say hunky.
You're not gonna say
They're
hunky. All
very,
right, take it
very. They probably hang out at Balboa Park, smoke a lot of weed, and hacky sack, and they have just like
That
shaggy
is probably
hair.
where they got them. They
Yeah,
probably
I'm
went down to Balboa
seriously-
Park and was like, pretend like you're about to fuck because we want people to live
they
in this
typed
apartment
that into
building.
the AI chat and
Yeah.
said, "I need hunky guys at Balboa
I would.
Park
I
that
would. To
smoke a lot of
me,
weed."
They don't look hunky. They're very thin
They're
and
like-
frail.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how is this? What does this have to do with an apartment
I was
complex?
so confused.
I don't
by
either.
it.
Freedom to express who you are in a safe space designed by our community. It was not designed by our community.
And I have to say, can we put that? We can't do it, but that quote is superimposed on a picture of three white dudes
kissing
touching tongues.
together. It is the worst marketing. It sounds like it's an ad for like a bathhouse.
It does.
Yeah,
It
You know what I
does.
mean?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Harvey, but you missed the mark.
Yeah.
And I'm curious for other people who listen to our show that live in San Diego, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
What do you think of this as a representation of our community here in Hillcrest? I know I'm pushing.
You're gonna get
buttons.
us in trouble.
I don't give a shit. It's my opinion. It's an opinion. Everybody has them. I'm
You're
sure
right.
people are going to be like, I love it. It's great. It's awesome. We need spaces like this.
Yeah.
I just
Sure.
don't get. I don't understand.
It was the strangest way to sell an apartment that
I
I've
It
ever
was.
You said this to us, and
It
I was
was.
baffled.
Yeah.
I was like, what is
I
this?
was eating my In-N-Out burger, like scrolling through
I
this. Like,
think
this
that's-
is so weird.
I think that's the problem. Is like I think you're trying to get people to come into an apartment, and this is the thing. Like farmers market is literally right there, and you go to a farmers market on a Sunday, it is all white families, moms and dads with their kids,
Yep.
gays with their puppies and their plants.
Yeah.
So I'm like, was this really the crowd that's market?
They're
I
fiddle
just
leaf
don't
trees.
get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It was very odd.
It's
And
an odd.
That was a good carol.
Yeah, that's my
Thank
Carol.
good
You
you for
job.
got.
bringing that up.
It's way better than mine. Fucking people in grocery stores.
Is it? But you guys, guess what? That is our show. That is it. We did it.
Yay!
Next week we will be here for next week's show, but then after that we're taking a weekend off because I am gonna go visit my mother. I didn't tell you guys this. Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll be off 1 week in between that, and then after that we have a guest coming on. Somebody's been in our community. Snowflake is coming on.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't tell you yet.
Oh,
Eric.
okay. Finding
From
out in real
corporate.
time.
Yeah, Snowflake from
Oh.
corporate. Yeah, she's coming on the weekend of the 20th. Yeah,
Nice.
it'll be
Yay.
that's gonna be a fun show because that
Yeah.
she's a local drag queen and she loves to spill the tea. So,
does.
Excited
how
about
do
that.
people find you, Eric?
You can find me on Instagram at Daddy Bear Eric.
And Brynne, how do people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Real Brynne Mac.
And I tried to fix it before.
Why do you hate women today?
Because it's Lesbian Visibility Week. I don't know. Harvey.
How do we find you? How do we find you, Tony?
How do you know? How do
Oh,
people find?
A Real Brynne.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go. One more time.
A Real Brynne Mac on Instagram.
I'm dying
Tony.
right now. It's so funny.
You can find me at Sony __ Did you hear that? It just like I can't tonight, guys. It's a Monday. You can follow me at Sony_Baloney_macaroni. You can follow the show at whoinvitedher_podcast on Instagram. We're Who Invited Her SD on Twitter and Facebook. You can email us at thegang@whoinvitedher.net. Go to our website. We have merchandise you can buy on there. And what else? I'm gonna forget. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you guys are listening on there. It helps us out a lot. And hit the subscribe button and notification button on YouTube if you're watching us on there. And we will see everybody, next week. Bye.